I passed through a
Once I
populous
passed
city,
through a populous city,
imprinting on my brain for future use. It shows architecture, customs.
This film depicted in the background is Once I Passed by Martin Gerigk. This is a really interesting experimental animation. It is based on, it's a very clever reinvented retelling of a story based on Walter Whitman, a novelist in the 1800s in New York. And the original one was called Once I Passed Through a Populous City. So because of the controversies in Mr. Whitman's life and certain things that were not shared openly, some people could almost say that his poetry was interpretable in different ways. And what Martin does with this is he gives it a slut spin and an LGBTQ plus direction and twist. I personally think the story was very strong, but what Martin decided to do is elevate it and bring it a few levels beyond that by creating a really, really clever animation. It is an animation that juxtaposes several images, some archive images of Mr. Whitman, New York through the decades, but also very clever shots of clocks, time ticking, and lots of geometry mixing up and interlacing. So it's really an intellectual film, quite layered, quite profound in meaning. As we all can imagine, poetry is really there to partly tell a story, but also to challenge time, challenge politics, challenge people's meaning of life and so many things. And this film is a really cerebral film. It really digs into the brain and people's consciousness, and it mixes up, it takes history and thrusts it in several directions. And it gives us, I guess, a modern spin, a modern take. I, for one, sincerely believe that history must be told as accurately as possible, but when there is a blank space in history, because that is a very common occurrence, one creative person who has respect for the story or for history can have a creative license to do something with it, something of their own spontaneity. And that is exactly what Martin has done. He's taken a lesser known, still very famous, but lesser known author, poet, who has left some blank spots in his personal history, and he's taken it and given it a very creative animation spin in this short film, Once I Passed. So it's, again, very, very clever, very, very beautiful visuals. It flows really, really nicely. And Martin has also highlighted a couple of really important, more recent political topic lines and subjects that he is provoking the audience with. So many congratulations, a very, very powerful short film, great animation, and again, multi-layered meaning to it. So I thoroughly enjoyed it.